Alright guys, so for today's video, I explain to my clients how I get clients, okay? If you want to skip to the part where I explain everything in depth, go to near the 30-minute mark. That's where the conversation starts. But as you will probably see, this call is one of the 2 weekly masterminds that we do with our clients. We actually talk about a little bit about outbound. I also talk about sales mindset. I also talk a little bit about how to actually hire for delivery with your social media marketing agency. So I think that this one is going to be an actual banger, and you're going to see like some of the people that you are going to see here on the call are from my country, Costa Rica. I actually invited some of my clients to a nice dinner the other day.
¿Qué pasa? Que hay como cosita más, porque hay gente de acá de Costa Rica que también les dijo. ¿Sí? No, casi que a todos les dije, pero como que yo al Chile, más que nada quería como hablar con ustedes, que yo sé que son cercanos.
And it was absolutely fun. But that said, guys, I just hope that you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If it's helpful, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and well, see you guys in the next one. First time having the call on a Friday, so hopefully it's a good one. Federico, you know that it's illegal, right, to be with your cell phone when you're driving, man.
Do you want me to be on the call? Yes or no?
I'm recording this, man. I'm recording this, so I have all of the proof in the world, man. I'm joking, man. No, for sure. So, guys, as always, what I would like to do is basically start off with some wins, right? And maybe share some of the stuff that we would like to begin with so that we can start off with the right foot, essentially. Just before you guys begin, by the way, some of the people from my country, from Costa Rica, I started to close deals. For example, Aaron yesterday signed his first client. Also,
Nice.
Danny is a guy who is not able to make it to the calls because he just said that he just had so many clients right now that he just cannot attend. I mean, even if they are not here, I know that they catch the recording, so I wanted to congratulate them for once they catch the recordings, right? So yeah, I just wanted to share that in behalf of them. But yeah, maybe it's time for you guys to start.
Well, maybe I can start.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to see a client right now. We have a meeting to see to organize some of the content that we've been creating in the past couple of months. And on the afternoon, I'm having lunch with a prospect. She manages a hotel in Santa Teresa, and well, she's not actually like the one who manages, but she's a client of the hotel. So to have someone like connected to the hotel that can put me in would be like a huge advantage. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that meeting. And yeah, things are going great with the hotels that I manage. They are having way more direct bookings, which is a great sign. They've been receiving a lot of compliments of the new content, and yeah, having a lot of work.
Awesome, man. I love to see that. And just to be clear, so you're going right now to one prospect, but you have another meeting in the afternoon, or how's that? Like, is it the same guy or?
No, it's another prospect. Right now, I'm gonna see.
Yeah, you're going to have a monopoly of all of the hotels from Costa Rica, man.
That's the plan. No, I'm actually like right now. I'm gonna see a client in his house. It's a friend of mine, but he wants me to meet to meet and to see if we can give a little bit more structure to the content that we've been creating, mainly for the travel agencies that they work with. So, like to name the rooms, name the pictures that I've been taking. So yeah,
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. I'm
Thanks.
proud of you and you're doing some great progress. I wanted to tell you, Federico, and for you guys to meet. Well, this is the first call of Benjamin and Isaac, right? So finally, dude, like Benjamin, after like 2 weeks or 3 weeks of being in the program, you made it to your first call. Awesome. And Isaac, man, are you there? I would love if you can turn on the camera so that you can present yourself to the community, man.
Hi there, of course I'm here. Thank you very much for the welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to start with this journey, but I have like right now 3 days, and as well I'm have another responsibilities. I'm pretty much so excited, and I really can be more faster, but I have to take it slow. And yeah, it's gonna be a really great journey.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I love to hear that. And do like generally speaking, we always begin these calls with some wins, right? So um anything that has to do from just getting onboarded or anything that has to do with booking calls, closing deals, whatever you guys want to celebrate, I would really appreciate that you can share any win whatsoever. Both you, Isaac, and Benjamin, because you're the ones who came late, as well as you, Johan. Whatever it might be, please share any sort of win.
Sure, I will.
Well, doing the offer creation workshop counts as a win.
Yeah, well, 100%, man. That's actually a big win, man.
Well, yeah. So I yesterday I finished my, well, 2 days before. So on Wednesday I did it with Enrique, the offer creation workshop, and yesterday I was like polishing the details, and I have a more clear picture of what to do. I still need the to Enrique to review it, but I mean it's different once you do it. Uh, it's like, yeah, like finish up a project. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
actually pretty cool because, well, Johan and Benjamin, I know that you two had like an idea of going after either fitness coaches or gyms. Like in Benjamin, I know in your case it's fitness coaches, right? And Johan, correct me if I'm wrong, but of course we have not had the offer workshop yet. But yesterday, Aaron, who is one of the guys from here from Costa Rica, signed his first client after 2 weeks, and he's actually working with fitness coaches. So that's something pretty cool. And for you, Isaac, like I know that you had the idea of going after travel agencies or something related to tourism. Like, well, Federico is literally, of course, not travel agencies. He's working with hotels, but he's like in the same industry essentially. So yeah, man, like it's pretty cool that you guys can sort of mastermind strategies or stuff that has to do with your specific niches. The only one here that unfortunately doesn't have like a peer is Evan, because he's working with French home
Yeah.
service companies. But yeah, dude, um, maybe we can just get started with the troubleshooting, etc. I know that Federico needs to leave sometime soon. So, dude, like, if there's anything I can help you with because you need to leave sooner, let me know. Or whoever has any sort of inconvenience or something that wants to troubleshoot, just share it and we can start masterminding about it. Okay?
Well, I did have a question, and maybe it's related to the to one of the things that you just mentioned. Do you recommend like one of the things that I would want to do in the future is to expand to other parts of the country, but yeah, there's like a limit that I could do in terms of time and content. Uh, but you mentioned one time that you didn't recommend like having a partner, more like delegating, and you recommended more like delegating the tasks that took more time.
Yeah.
Um, how would you approach that? Because on one hand, I would really want to expand to, I don't know, Guanacaste and Punta Arenas to other hotels. But on the other hand, like I would want me to do the content. I
Yeah.
would prefer me.
When you say you want to do the content, do you mean like the editing or the photography? Like actually taking the photo
Well,
or the
actually,
videos, right? Or the videos.
well that's one thing that I would want to take the photos. I would try to delegate the editing part. Um, but mainly like be the person, the point of contact to the hotels.
Yeah.
Give them the support, not only the marketing support, but also the business support. But like be the person for them.
Yeah. So what I generally used to do when I used to run my agency over here in Costa Rica, is first of all, when it comes to communication and be like the responsible in front of your clients, what you should do is create a Slack channel between your client and you, first of all. And everyone who is involved in the decision making or the management part of the hotel should be in that channel or in that, or it could be a Slack channel, it could be like a WhatsApp group. I prefer Slack channels because that way I can just centralize everything. So the communication is actually frictionless between you guys. So that's the first part, man. When it comes to delegating, I would also say, man, because and you and me haven't talked in the last couple of days, I would say that you need to delegate whenever you just cannot handle anything more. Because most people delegate way too soon before they actually build the SOPs, the processes, because they just feel like, oh man, it's so for example, I don't know what, I know that most of you guys are just getting started, but for example, Evan, now that you are booking calls and everything, imagine when you start having 5 calls per day, you would be like, oh dude, I need a closer, right? You would first thing like, dude, I'm so tired of being on these sales calls, I need a closer. When in reality, like I told you the other day, have at least 2 more clients so that you literally go like, dude, I physically cannot support any more growth. And at that time, you are going to figure out which is the biggest bottleneck. And the biggest bottleneck can be either going to take photos or editing. I would say, man, since I know that that's what you like, and since that also develops more trust with your clients, I would be the, I mean, I would have you being the one who goes and takes the photos, and yeah, start delegating the editing so that you have a full-time editor or a part-time editor that can do all the work, but now following your SOPs. But realistically, man, like most times people hire out of pure desperation or boredom more than actual business rational decision making. So that's what I would say, man, because I know that you do have some spare time here and there. So I would use that time to keep on building the business and actually getting the clients. And because, for example, I know that right now you have like 2 or 3 clients, right? Something like that.
Yep.
So what in that case, what will happen is this, man, like realistically speaking, you are able to support the growth, right? You are still able to work on the business and even get more clients and even take sales calls and even, I mean, have free time, right? So I would hire once you really physically cannot do anything else, because otherwise, man, you're going to start also running your profit margins way too low. Because of course you want to maintain a good service, but if you're not able to afford per month, for example, at least $500 over here for an editor to edit the videos or the photos, you're going to be like, I mean, you're going to be like wanting to save some money because you're not making that much yet from here. So it's going to be like a negative flywheel. So generally speaking, that's why I prefer that you guys delegate once you're really, really, really to the limit, right? Especially for some other clients of mine, dude, like same thing goes for appointment setters. They just start having 10 leads per day, and then they say, oh dude, I have 10 leads per day, now I need to delegate this to an appointment setter. But dude, like realistically, even to this day, I take my sales calls with people from who speak Spanish, and I still have like 5 calls per day. And the point, and the reason why is number one, because of course you get a lot of feedback and insights from the marketplace, but by you being the one who does that. The point I'm trying to make is just like once I'm not able to support or handle any more growth or any more work on a certain area of the business, that's when you're going to be able to delegate, right? So yeah, man, that I know that it was all over the place, but that's my rationale. Like you hire based on your bottlenecks and your pain points, like actual pain points. And I don't think that right now is the time to do so. I would do it once you get 1 or 2 more clients at least, and just have like a part-time editor. You go and take the pictures and take sales calls and book calls, and that person is handling the editing, right? That's essentially how I would do it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And I'm not like thinking like in the short term, hiring someone. Like I just wanna like be sure on how to approach when it happens. Like when I'm ready to scale a little bit more the business. But yeah, I'm totally. I agree that it's not the time and place.
Yeah. The other option is start to negotiate revenue shares with your clients, and do like you don't really need more clients at that point. You have those 3 clients and you're able to generate them, for example, 20K per month. Do like every client can pay you that retainer plus let's say 10% revenue profit share. That will be like on top of the retainer 2K and a half more per month. It's all about talking
Yeah,
to your.
yeah,
It's literally just about talking with your clients. And
yeah.
it's an idea.
I just want like a couple more months to build a little bit more trust.
Yeah.
Because I've been working with them for like 2 months. So yeah, I think it's way too early to propose the revenue share.
Yeah. Okay, man. Let us know how it goes with the 2 prospects from today, by the way. If you
Yep.
close them, better. Cool. Awesome.
Thanks.
Who wants to go next?
Maybe I can go next.
Yep.
As I told you, my biggest bottleneck right now is all about my appointment setting skills,
Yep.
and obviously closing, but that's another thing. So maybe I can share my screen so you can review. I have 2 convos that didn't go super well,
Okay.
and yeah,
Yeah, 100%, man. Share your screen.
can you see it?
Yes. Well, can you translate that, please?
Yeah. So
I said, "Hi Gerald, hope you're doing great.
Okay.
I just see you like your work from wellness, and I'm loving it. Your spas are extra." He said, "Hello, thanks. With pleasure. Out of curiosity, um, have you been in this industry for long? I never found your company. But no,
I never found your company.
no, I've never seen it. Like,
I
Okay.
never heard your company. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I never
Okay.
heard your company.
absolutely, absolutely. So he says 6 years. I said, well, we had fast growth because he's pretty big.
Okay.
And I saw that you have your own showroom and that you're putting a lot of efforts on your social media and your websites. Is it mostly from that your clients come from? He said no. Word of mouth.
Okay. Right from the get go, what I'm saying, dude, like just by seeing the colors of the chat, there's a lack of resonance between your energy and the energy of the lead.
Yeah,
You see how they are just like giving short answers,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
like 6 years or non-recommendation. I don't know what that means, but non-recommendation. That's all they say in the period at the
Yeah,
end. So what you want to do, man, is always mirror and this is what I explained in the appointment setting model. You want to mirror the responsiveness of your leads. And right now, of course, I don't understand French, but from what you're saying and from the letters or from the words that you're using there, I'm seeing that you're giving them, like you're trying to make them talk about themselves by giving compliments to them, right?
yeah,
Like, oh, you're saying barely any words, so you're going to use a lot so that they can start talking about them. But that's not generally speaking how it works. Generally, what works best is that if they give you short answers, just mirror them or compliment them. Also, man, like for you to, this is something that I always say to people when they are doing outbound, is that don't get fixated on one or two bad leads for you to arrive to mental conclusions around your lack of appointment setting skills. Because on the last call, you were like, dude, I'm booking 5 calls per week. I'm super cool. And now in this call, you're like, oh man, I'm struggling with my appointment setting skills. Things don't change that fast, right? It's just a matter
yeah,
of volume. Number one, everything is solved with traffic and volume. If you just do so much volume and so much, and you get so much traffic, it's just unreasonable that you don't get the outcomes that you're looking for, aka booking the calls, right? And you already booked like
yeah.
7 or 8 calls in the last couple of weeks, right? So it's actually possible.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
like it was recurrent. Like I got couple leads, and like I saw that I wasn't able to get them see the value, and that also explain because I got some booked calls, but also a lot of no shows. So
Yeah.
I think it's related.
Yeah. So the value is something that you can only communicate on a sales call, right? So if you say, if you, as a matter of fact, most of the people, actually, most of you guys who are here as clients, you, chances are, didn't even know what I did before we hopped on a sales call. You simply said like, oh, I for example, I saw an ad and I was interested, and then I don't know why, but this guy sent me a message, and well, I accepted. But you didn't even know what I do, man. Like you didn't know if I sell coaching or I was an agency or if I was a scammer, or you didn't know anything about me, right? And the reality about it is that the same thing happens with your leads, literally. That's why what I recommend you guys when you get started, like for example for you, Evan, is that you always book first of all like a triage or discovery call just to get to know the prospect and for you to develop that familiarity while at the same time practicing your sales skills without the urgency of, oh man, I have to pitch this guy. And then between the first call and the second call, you send them one of your micro VSLs so that they can actually see the value or see the process that you follow, because the actual value is going to be explained once you have the second call, which is the sales call. Remember, the value is actually communicated through the pitch and through the emotions and the feelings that your prospects have during the sales call, by what questions you ask and how they feel. Because most people think that communicating the value is simply, oh, the deliverables of my offer. And honestly, that really doesn't, I mean, of course it does matter a lot in terms of business, but in terms of communicating the value of what you do, that's not something that you gain from explaining, oh dude, I will make 10 ads for you per week, or I do 100 ads per week. Is the value is just the feelings and the emotions and the feelings, yeah, that your leads experience during your sales process. That's where the value is created, because that's literally the, I mean, if I ask any of you guys of what makes you think that, for example, this program is valuable or that my content is valuable, is simply, like the insights that you get from consuming the content, but those are conclusions that you arrive by yourself. It's not something that I explicitly say for you to see, quote unquote, the value. You see, it's more of a subjective feeling that the prospect experiences in the sales process. And then, of course, like the icing on the cake is at the moment that you pitch your offer, by following the offer pillars, the problem that you solve, the features of your offer pillars, and the problem you solve through your features, that's when your prospects start to go like, dude, I already saw the value from this guy, from everything that I have been experiencing, but now he communicating how he works is just like, I feel like this is the solution. He understands me more than I do myself. You see, like, that's what makes people buy at the end of the day. That's like what communicating the value actually means. It's not a matter of, dude, what can I say on my DMs for them to know that I am a better option than my competitor? You see?
Yeah.
Because the goal of your appointment setting is to book a call. It's not to communicate the value. It's not to sell. It's not to get a client. The goal is to book a call. Period.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, so maybe it's just a matter of volume, because
Yeah.
my KPIs are still quite good, to be honest. So
exactly.
yeah.
And that's why I said yesterday that we were talking, brother, that you always want to take logical decisions based on numbers. And that's actually something that I explained, like, from the first model of the program. Your KPIs are good, man. So what you're lacking is just more volume, so that you can get more produced through the inputs, more outputs, aka more sales calls, so that you can start getting your calendar packed, right?
Yeah, okay. Get it, thanks.
Awesome. But was that helpful, or do you still have like something that you go like, oh shoot, man, I don't know, right?
No, for sure. I think it's just like maybe a mental problem, or like when a convo goes wrong, I go maybe a bit emotional, and like I'll double doubt my
That's normal. That's literally
convo thing.
I
Yeah.
hear you, I hear you. That's just literally your ego saying, oh dude, I didn't close. That means that I suck at sales. That means that I probably shouldn't have a business. That means that I probably suck at this. I should just give up. Like, that's how your mind tricks you. And that's something that and for everyone here on the call, this is something that I want you guys to know. Of course, well, all of you know that I'm from Costa Rica and my main language is Spanish. When I first started and I was doing things in English, first of all, man, I felt like, I mean, it was really embarrassing at the beginning, because nobody trusts you. You yourself don't have proof of concept. So it's like, it's really hard to actually, like, make the step of doing something in a different language. I was going after US clients, and I was here from Latin America. So it was a little bit tricky. And dude, like, I had to take 30 sales calls to get one free client 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? And dude, like, every single call that I took, I was like, dude, why the fuck am I doing this shit, man? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm stupid. Like, this is never going to work. And then all of this to get one free client. And then this is to say that at the end of the day, of course, then instead of it taking me 30 calls, it took me maybe like 20 to get one actual client. Then instead of 20, it took me like 10 to get maybe one. And this is not to say that now every single call I book is a client, but the point I'm trying to make is that you, like anything in life, you get better the more reps you put, right?
Yeah.
So it's normal that you arrive to a mental conclusion of you sucking at sales just because you didn't close, I don't know, the one call that you took this week, right? And then you say, oh, dude, like, I should give up on sales. Or even worse, like what I was saying before to Federico, I should hire a closer because I suck at this. Dude, like, you cannot delegate what you haven't mastered.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, you see, like, so the point I'm trying to make here is just like, dude, put the reps and shut up your mind. It literally do more harm than good. Whatever your mind says, say fuck it, dude.
Yeah, I get it. And like, maybe do you recommend like to put more effort on like recording another micro VSL and stuff to get them nurtured and goes from like super skeptical short answer to maybe some intrigue and etc.?
focus on booking the calls using the approach that you were using before that was working well, which was like, again, you already booked like 8 calls, 7 calls in the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
So focus on what is working. Don't change anything. The micro, whatever it takes, yeah, you should be creating 1 micro VSL per week so that you can eventually start to leave off completely from that instead of having to rely on outbound or ads. But dude, like the actual point of that is that between those 2 sales calls, you deliver that for them to get nurtured before the sales call, before the second call, right?
Yeah. Okay, get it. Thanks.
Cool. Cyril, I know that you have an entire world to share, man.
And then I'm working also on my ad copies.
Yeah.
So that I can start. And when I will finish this, I will send you so that you can review my ad copies. And I have a little question.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, about this Facebook funnel.
Sure, but what is the actual question? Like, what is it specifically that you don't understand?
When I finish my ad copies,
Yep.
right? Now I need to launch my ad, right?
Yeah.
It's a lead form.
Yeah.
I don't know if I will do it right. I need like some explanation how to do this lead form campaign.
Okay, so when you say explanation, like, do you mean like about the ads, about the?
Not about the copies, because
Yeah.
you will review the copies. About the how to choose like engagement.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
those
So,
small, yeah.
no, it's actually lead generation or leads,
Okay.
right? Because otherwise you cannot get the instant form option, right?
Okay.
So it's a lead generation. Let me actually share my screen so that I can explain. Just a second.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
Exactly.
Yeah. Can everyone see
Yes.
my screen? Yeah. Okay.
Miro,
cool.
miro.
Okay, awesome. So the lead center funnel works like this. The scalable lead center is actually the Facebook group. Like the actual Facebook group is where you send your traffic to. And before I answer, Cyril, like if you guys are not running ads, don't even listen to what I'm about to say. Just focus on the outbound and forget about this. Okay, but just want to get this clear. Otherwise, I mean, Evan, I don't want you to be running ads. Isaac, I don't want you to run ads. Benjamin, I don't want you to run ads. Johan, I don't want you to run ads. Okay, so this is just for you guys to know. So the logic or the rationale behind the lead center funnel is the following, right? Like, and let me explain something. Well, before I explain the funnel, I need to understand why this is the way, why we do what we do, okay? Generally speaking, Cyril, when you're selling an agency offer or a high-ticket coaching offer to whatever niche, I think that you guys need to focus, especially if you're an agency like yourself, man, you need to focus on your client results and making sure that every single piece of marketing effort you put in has a long-term effect that stacks month after month. And that's something that you're not going to get from the Instagram funnel, okay? You have different ways to get clients if you want to run an evergreen funnel. So it is either the VSL funnel, where you run an ad, you send people to a landing page, where you collect their phone number and their email, then the people watch the VSL, and then they book a call. And then if you wanted to go the extra mile, from the phone numbers that you collect, you can call them and book them on a call. The problem with this is that you need to track the ads has to be very specific. It needs to hit hard or the funnel loses the math of the funnel doesn't play out. Or on the flip side, sorry, the VSL needs to be on point. Otherwise, you're going to lose a whole bunch of cash, and cracking this is pretty much impossible. That's why this is not the best funnel if you're just getting started. Then what for years most people did was run a typical group funnel or Facebook group funnel in a different fashion than what I do. And I used to do this in the past, but it was really expensive because what most people did was run an ad offering a lead magnet. Like, for example, in your case, Cyril, it could be something like how to get 10 clients per month using Facebook ads as a French coach, for example. I don't know. That's just something I made up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So guess who's going to engage with that ad? French coaches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the typical group funnel sends people from the ad to a landing page similar to the VSL, but instead of sending people to a VSL on the thank you page, they have to send people to the Facebook group. Then From that link, they are sent to the group, so they request to join. Then the lead joins the group, and at the end, through DM appointment setting, they book a call. The problem with this is that, yeah, you don't have to have the messaging so on point, but the cost per lead is very high, right? Because look at all of a lead is the person who joins the group, but look at all of the steps that need to happen for the person to join the group, right?
Yeah.
Plus, like the actual discrepancy of from a website sending to a Facebook through a Facebook link, like the open, it takes a lot of time to open, so that actual lead engagement goes down, etc. So there's a lot of things that make this funnel like not bad, but it can do better, right? That's why I created the scalable lead center.
Okay, you are talking about classic VSL funnel.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's what I was running.
No. What did you ask? Sorry, I thought that. Sorry. What did you ask?
Yeah, you were explaining something about traditional VSL funnel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I was running.
Yeah,
that's
my
what client.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Again, it's not that it's bad, man. The problem is that if you don't have the right messaging on the app, and the VSL funnel, if it's not optimized to the phone, it's going to be very hard to crack. It really is, man. It's really, really hard to crack, for real.
I agree.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. That's why look at the point of the scalable lead center. Essentially, or the way I see it, combines these two funnels into one. aka the easy to crack messaging of the group funnel with the scalability of the VSL funnel. Because what you do is that you run an instant form ad so that natively inside of the platform, when people engage with an ad, they fill a form. So regardless if they join the group or not, they are a lead inside of the platform, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, right?
Okay.
Everything clear so far, bro?
Yeah, there are some questions that the lead should respond inside the form, right?
Yeah, just first name, last name, phone number.
Okay. Okay.
I personally ask some more stuff for one reason, and it is that you know that my business is in English, right? But I'm running ads also on Costa Rica and Latin America, so that means that most people in my country talk Spanish. The only question that I ask is, do you speak English?
Okay.
Why? Because if someone, for whatever reason, says no, why the hell will I even consider them a lead? Of course, I can help them in Spanish, but of course I will not change my business just for that. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's the only question that I ask outside of phone number, email, etc.
Okay, so I should ask first name, last name, email, and phone number.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You could ask something like along the lines of, do you run an existing coaching business? And then the options are yes, no, or no, but I'm looking to get started. That's optional, man. If you want to maximize the number of leads, I wouldn't even ask that one. In my case, I don't want to have just a whole bunch of bad leads on the calendar. That's the point. And I'm not saying that you're going to get bad leads. I'm just saying that I prefer to even pay a little bit more per lead so that I can make sure that leads are qualified. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And everything that you ask, or every single piece of friction that you add in every single step of the funnel, especially with paid ads, like you're going to slow your number of leads by a mile. Okay. So again, let me just finish explaining. So you run the instant form app so that they become a lead from the first stage. So actually, look at this, man. Like I'm running just like $25 per day on ads, and all of these people that you're seeing here, look, are the leads from today. Look at this. I'm not kidding. 172.
$20.
Sorry?
$20.
25. Yeah. But number one, I know that this sounds weird to say, but I'm a savage. Okay, I'm a savage. I already know a lot about messaging, and I already have a good process to convert all of these people. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a reality, right? It's really easy, but the magic is not this. Like, look, this part is easy. I'm confident that if you spend, for example, $15 per day, you're going to get at least, I don't know, let's say at least worst case scenario, 8 leads. Okay, like $2 quote unquote per lead. You get like, at least 8 leads. But that's not the magic. Like that's easy to do, man. Getting leads really is easy. The hard part or the more complex part is what I'm about to explain. Okay. From the instant form ad, of course, I collect people become leads by giving me their phone and their email. But through opening up our URL Genius, which is the button that you're going to add in your lead forms. So actually, let me just a second so that I can. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you can see here that I'm using this font, how's it called? This lead form or this instant form. You see, what I'm saying is fill the form to receive your free guide. It will not take you more than 10 seconds. That's psychologically just saying, dude, like this is not going to be a long questionnaire. It's going to take less than 10 seconds. So if you are like interested, you go like, okay, less than 10 seconds, let's do it. You see, psychologically, it just primes people to actually fill the form. Then I asked, are you a coach, consultant, or agency owner? Yes, no, but I'm looking to get started, or no. Then you see what I said. Do you understand the English language? Yes or no. If they say no, you can see here that that's why I use numbers, or that's why I just download the CSV, because a lot of people say no. No, yes, 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 no, yes, yes. Most people say yes, but you see, a lot of people say no. And then the people who say no, I don't even treat them as leads. I just don't do anything. I don't even accept them in my group because everything is in English. But that's because in my case, it makes sense. In your case, everything is going to be in French, right? Because that's your language. So just do everything normally because your ads is going to be in French, your form is going to be in French, your group is in French, your membership questions are in French, your micro VSLs are being in French. Mine are in English, so that's why I need to make sure that people understand English.
Okay.
And then what I do once someone fills the form is I say, wait, just one more step. Click the button below to join my free Facebook group. There you will find a guide and more resources to increase your sales. And then this link, or sorry, this, how's it called? It's a deep link. That's how it's called. A deep link is a link that opens the app natively instead of sending back to the browser. And the reason why this is important is because otherwise, when someone finishes filling the form, they're going to click the button. They're going to be sent to Safari or to Google Chrome or to Mozilla Firefox. Then they have to log into Facebook. So you're going to lose a lot of leads in that part. That's why instead I use this deep link so that people actually open the Facebook app, and then from there, already logged in, they can ask to join the group. Make sense?
Okay.
Everything clear so far, brother?
Yeah.
For URL unit, you gotta pay, but you can also use opening up, and this one is absolutely free. Okay.
Okay.
I used to use it in the past too. Let me show you. You see, I don't use it anymore, but you can see, man, there was a time I was getting like 29 people per day clicking the link. In total, I had 1,046 clicks to this thing, man. But again, the point I'm trying to make is now that your leads fill the form through opening up your URL Genius, they are going to request to join the group. They join the group, and now you have a lot of things that you can do, man. Because now you're able to, from now that they join the group, based on the membership questions, reach out to them on Facebook. You also have their email, so you can add them on a email marketing sequence. You also have their phone number, so you can literally either send them a message on WhatsApp, which I would recommend, and especially in the beginnings, in your group, there's not that much value because, of course, it's literally, you just launched it. Okay, so there's nothing inside. But the more micro VSLs you create and the more resources you create, the more valuable it gets. So what you can do, man, is like any single one of these people in here that give you their phone numbers, you can call them. And just be like, for example, of course, I will not do this. I mean, I would do a call right here in front of you guys. The problem in your case here is that it will be in Spanish, so you're not going to understand. But if I wanted to, I could just call this guy Rodolfo and be like, I mean, of course, I have his phone number. Hey, is this Rodolfo? He's going to say yes. I would be like, hey, Rodolfo, it's Enrique here from Aro Island. Listen, man, I just had one of my guys saying that he just give you access to my free Facebook group. Does that ring a bell? Yeah. Okay. Awesome, man. That's cool. So I'm curious, man. Were you able to get what you were looking for? I'm just wanting to make sure that everyone gets what they deserve or what they ask for. Oh, you haven't? Okay. Let me know where you want me to drop it. You send them a resource, the micro VSL you offered in your ad, and then you just do a triage. You just say like, awesome, dude. Like we actually have a ton of or dozens of resources out there that we could share. Out of curiosity, man, are you free like for 10 minutes max so that I can see like which one might make the most sense for you? They're already on the call with you, man, so they actually will talk with you, and you just triage them and book them on a sales call, dude. You see how easy it is, man.
Yeah.
Really, man, it like the hard part is to actually do the work of picking the freaking phone and call the lead. Of do like
Okay.
that fear of rejection is the hard part. But it's not really that hard if you think about it because they engage with your ad. They want to know about your stuff already. Otherwise, they would not have engaged. Make sense? Okay, how do you feel, man? You feel just ready to start calling like crazy?
Yeah. I will
Awesome.
call them.
Awesome.
They
Any
are
other
waiting
questions
for me
about
out
that?
there.
Sorry?
They are waiting for me out there.
Literally, man. It's literally just about you picking your phone and sending messages, but those people out there. All right. Anything else, guys? Isaac, it looks like you want to ask something, right? You feel it seems like you're about to say something crazy, man.
No, I would like to have like really big questions, complex to say right now, but I mean, um, I was like seeing so much content of your Facebook group,
Yep.
and then well, I skipped some videos and go directly to the market research when I told you that, and you you don't you don't tell me like, man, don't do that. Just go to the guide one and see all the content. But I with your eye, just with how you look at me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna go more slower and see all the content. I currently becoming worthy of success that actually I completed yesterday.
Awesome.
So I think that I have like the halfway of the part one, and
Okay.
then market research.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, I told you, dude, like do part one. It's really important. Not only because it explains how to think in terms of business, right? Because I mean, most people out there, similar to what's happening. That's why I always say that those videos you want to every other week maybe go and watch at least one of them, because otherwise it can happen what happened to you, Evan, just now. That you go like, dude, you're getting emotional because you didn't close that one sales call. When maybe the next sales call, the lead is going to be like, dude, you're amazing. I just want to freaking work with you. How much do I need to pay? But if you stopped because of the decision of, oh, dude, I sucked at sales because this one lead was trash, you immediately start to go backwards. Make sense? So, I mean, and this is not to, this is not to say anything about you, Evan, of course. This is just to say that that's why it's important to remember the principles in business. Even for myself, man. For example, let me show you something. Today, I'm going to show you the Spanish sales calls that I have to take today, or sales calls in Spanish. Today, I have 5 calls. Chances are, I mean, out of pure chance, I will close at least one. I might close 5. I mean, all, or I might close none. What I know is that I don't care. I just take the freaking sales calls. Because then on Monday, there are other 5 sales calls, and it's like rolling the dice again. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that business is about luck and just about giving everything to chances or gambling or anything like that. But the reality is that business is just a collection of systems. And in order for you to get clients, you need to book sales calls. In order to close the clients, you need to close the people you get on a sales call. And then all you can do, if you really want to make your business work, is generate the sales calls and take the freaking sales calls. What else is there left to do? A lot of people now they talk about closing on the DMs, etc. That can work, but dude, like honestly, I think that first of all, in order to do so, you need to create a lot of content. You need to build a lot of trust and familiarity with your lead flow. And if you really want to just, especially in your cases, like just make sure you live completely from your businesses. Well, you need to be able to, you need to learn how to sell, so that even to your clients, you can consult them on how to do the work they need to do, right? So what I'm trying to say is just focus on the numbers. Focus on the numbers, learn how to think properly in terms of systems, and optimize your systems. That's literally what business is all about, or what I believe myself, right? So hopefully that gives you guys like also some perspective, right? Because I mean, like, imagine that I take the first sales call of the day, it doesn't close, and then I have 4 calls more, and I go like, dude, those 4 calls, I don't know where I will take them. They're not going to close. I suck. Everything's shit. I hate my life. It doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. The only thing you can do is go for more leads and book them on a call and do the same thing. Close them, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And dude, like,
Yeah,
this is something that I explained at the beginning of the program. Like, right now is when it's going to be the hardest. Once you get the first close, in your case, Isaac, or in your case, Johan, or in your case, Benjamin, etc., you're going to know, like, dude, it is actually freaking possible. So now it's not like it goes from a difficulty of 9 out of 10. It goes like, instead of being an 8 out of 10, it's like a 5. It's literally half as hard the next one. And the next one is going to be half as hard as the previous. So it's just a matter of pushing through and, like I always say, raw dog your first client so that you know that it's possible, and then just focus on, keep focusing on the numbers. That's it. Was that helpful, guys?
yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Actually, that's the
Yes.
mentality that everyone, every one of us should have, because if you get the mentality of no, I'm not getting anything, then nothing is gonna happen, man. You just have to keep trying, as you said, and I think this was very valuable. Actually, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that, man. And of course, like, that's what I'm here for. Literally, that's what I'm here for. Like, all you guys have followed the information already, but it's normal to go take action and return like, oh, dude, like, I don't know, this is worth it. I hate to take sales calls, if I can be honest. I literally hate it. But I mean, like, in my case, that I'm just starting to get more clients from my country, like, it's actually super insightful to see what you guys say about business, what you guys, where the market is at in terms of sophistication. And do, like, instead of just hiring someone, I say, like, dude, I will actually take my own medicine and actually go and take feedback from the marketplace. I'm the founder of my business. How on earth am I not going to know my market, right? So yeah, this is just to say that please do the same. I'm trying to lead with example in that sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we have the next call on Tuesday. I hope to see you guys in there. And well, whatever you guys need, I love you. I'm here for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Enrique.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Nice to meet you all.
Thank you very much.
Speak soon. Bye.
Same.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.